Starmer in tears. Starmer breaks down after receiving the insults of his life from the public as they found out about his dirty past. Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, has found himself in the midst of a political storm following the emergence of new evidence that has sent shockwaves through Westminster. The Labour leader is facing a series of accusations that have not only put his leadership in jeopardy, but have also sparked an impeachment procedure against one of his key MPs. If you thought things couldn't get worse for Starmer, you may want to brace yourself for the latest developments, which could have serious consequences for both him and his party. The scandal began when an explosive leak brought to light new details about Starmer's personal past, particularly involving an alleged relationship with a woman named Rayna. According to the leaked records, Starmer may have had a child with Rayna before meeting his current partner, Victoria. This revelation, while surprising to many, has ignited a public outcry, with critics accusing Starmer of hypocrisy and dishonesty. The Labour leader, who has built much of his political career on an image of integrity and accountability, now finds himself facing a personal scandal that threatens to undermine his credibility. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real shock came when Starmer's own party members started impeachment procedures against him. This move came after new information surfaced regarding Jonathan Reynolds, the Labour Party's business secretary, and his questionable credentials. Reynolds, a senior figure in Starmer's shadow cabinet, had long claimed to be a solicitor, but the truth has now been revealed. Reynolds never completed his legal training. In fact, his claims of being a solicitor are entirely fabricated, and he could face serious legal consequences for impersonating a legal professional. Reynolds' deceitful behavior was first exposed in 2004 when he publicly claimed to work as a solicitor in Manchester city centre. However, it wasn't until recently that the Solicitors Regulation Authority, SRA, reopened an investigation into Reynolds' fraudulent claims after new information came to light. The SRA had previously closed the case, stating that they had reviewed the evidence and contacted Reynolds to correct any inaccuracies. But now, with the new revelations, they have reopened the matter, raising serious questions about Reynolds' honesty and whether Starmer was fully aware of his actions. For Starmer, the timing of these revelations couldn't be worse. As the leader of the opposition, he has been struggling to maintain public trust, and this latest scandal involving his key business secretary has only added fuel to the fire. Tory MP Andrew Griffith has called for an immediate investigation by Downing Street, accusing Reynolds of knowingly misleading the public and violating the ministerial code. Meanwhile, Barrister Stephen Barrett has weighed in, calling Reynolds' actions morally wrong and stating that government ministers should be held accountable for making false claims to titles they are not entitled to. But the situation is even more troubling for Starmer than just one rogue MP. The dishonesty within Labour seems to run deeper. Shadow ministers are now facing accusations of faking legal credentials, while MPs have been making disturbing comments about constituents. Councillors have been suspended, and Labour's reputation for honesty and integrity is quickly deteriorating. Many are now asking whether Starmer has the leadership strength to address these issues, or if he is simply hoping they will blow over with time. Adding to Labour's woes is a promise that is rapidly turning into a broken one: the pledge not to raise taxes on working people. Under the leadership of Starmer, Labour promised that working-class families would not bear the brunt of higher taxes. But recent developments suggest otherwise. Rachel Reeves, the Shadow Chancellor, has been scrambling to find billions of pounds in savings. Rather than cutting government spending, however, she is now reportedly considering raising national insurance contributions for employers, which would ultimately result in workers seeing lower wages. This reversal of Labour's promise to avoid raising taxes on working people is already drawing sharp criticism from voters. As if things weren't bad enough, Labour is also facing backlash over potential cuts to pensioner support.